The FBI is issuing a warning about a rise in tech support scams.
Scammers are posing as customer or tech support representatives from reputable tech companies in order to gain access to victims' bank accounts. With us this morning to tell us more about this FBI scam is Special Agent not an FBI scam. This scam is FBI Special Agent Siobhan Johnson. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
So tell us what makes this different than other scams people have heard about before.
There's always a scam going on, but the different thing here is that it's working and how much it's working. So typically we'll see $100, $1,000 lost. We're seeing millions of dollars to single victims here, and that's a big deal.
And how does the scam work?
In this scam, they're going to reach out to you. So it might be a pop-up on your computer screen. It might be an email, a text, or a call. But the common denominator is they're going to tell you they've identified a problem. Lo and behold, they're going to fix it for you. You just have to act fast and download this app.
And are they using like big name companies? Is it cable companies? Is it your phone company? What have you been seeing so people know what to look out for?
Fantastic question. They're using the big name companies that everyone knows. It might be a software company, it might be your internet service provider, and they're offering to fix something. But ask yourself, how often do these companies proactively reach out to help you? Not very often, right? So that's the first red flag that this might not be the truth.
And are they targeting specific people like seniors, or is it completely random?
We can't say who they're targeting. We can say who it's working most on, and that is older Americans. People over the age of 60 have seen the most targeting, the most victimization right now.
Well, I think a lot of people know, okay, you just don't answer your phone if it's something you don't recognize. But is there something in these text messages or emails that are red flags you could look out for? Because sometimes you get that and you think, what's happening?
Absolutely. So some of the key things that you're going to see, there might be spelling mistakes, it might be punctuation that's out of line. They might tell you something that sounds kind of ridiculous on its face, but your Social Security account number has been compromised. That is not generally a real thing, right? So they can't freeze your Social Security account number for you, but they want you to click right here or call us, and then they say, just give us remote access to your computer, and we'll make it all go away.
I don't know if you saw this week in the New York Times, there was an opinion piece that said the FBI is a little behind when it comes to cyber crime because it's a relatively new crime. We've seen a lot with ransomware, ties to governments. Where are we with the FBI? What is the challenge?
The challenge with cyber crimes is that it's always changing, so we need to make sure that our workforce is up to date with the latest technology. The beautiful thing about these scams, though, is that these are very basic scams, and the thing you need is to prepare yourself to not click on that button, to hang up that phone. It's not about technological savvy, it's simply about you being aware enough to know that this is a scam.
And if they tell you, call this phone number, don't go there, check your bank and check Google to find the actual phone number of that place, right?
Exactly, 30 seconds of research and you can save yourself from being one of the thousands of victims we see.
And as long as we have you here with the FBI, I won't put you on the spot for numbers, but when it comes to Chicago, is there something you see that we're not doing right, or we should be doing differently compared to a New York or Los Angeles that does not have the numbers that we have in Chicago?
You know, that's a very good question. I don't know if there's something specific that Chicago must do in a Chicago way, but I can tell you something that's going to make a major impact, but it does take time. We need community engagement, and that's partially an effort that we need to do as officers of the law, and partially something that we need the public's help in because we can't do it alone. We need to solve these problems at kind of the community level. We need to have programs for children to go into. We need to be able to keep children be able to dream of a life where they can have a good job, stable housing, and things like that. And really, that's us going out in the community with outreach to let people know we are the police, but we are here to help make the world a safer place. We're not out to get you. So really, it's a holistic issue, and I think that part is the same across the nation in every large city.
All right, Agent Johnson, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You can, if you want to file a complaint, you can visit ic3.gov. If you hear of any of these scams, you can also go to visit the FBI.gov for more information.
It is 8